Well, hopefully you enjoyed the clapping coming in. Probably a little slow, but at least it gets you interested, I hope. Anyway, so welcome to the video. We are talking about the core. It came out in 2003 in a little bit, just a few minutes. Before we do that, I want to make sure to tell you to go to my website, which I haven't been doing. On there, you can put yourself on the email list and know when videos are coming out on whatever channel I'm running at the time. Probably just use YouTube for the videos. If they don't delete my channel, then I'll use Rumble or Donald Trump's new page that I'm getting ready to sign up for if I can, without it costing me a whole bunch of money. Then for YouTube, when you see this one, I want you to go ahead and subscribe and like and hit the bell icon. And if you're on Rumble, kind of the same thing. Subscribe, like, hit the icon to let you know that it's coming. Make sure you know when I'm getting videos out, especially if you want to see the changes we got in mind. Now, I still haven't decided what I'm doing. Kind of thinking about an outdoor show or an archery show or kind of all above. They do have a compound bow over there, and I could probably find some free space over at the archery range to talk about how to use it and all that stuff, and talk about all the new gear that's coming out. But, I don't know if I want to do that for a long period of time. I do like fishing, and I'll probably be fishing until, I can't walk no more. So, and right here around Reno, we've got all kinds of fishing spots. We can do it from the bank and the river. You can go downtown in Sparks Marina and fish. There's all kinds of places. You got Pyramid Lake. Go fish with the Indians and the ancient ancestors. So anyway, the core. Yeah, we got to get the train started. All right, so we got the train boarding whistle going, so I hope everybody's aboard and ready to go to watch this whole thing. We'll see. We'll talk to you all the way through it. If you make it to the end, you make it. If not, not. Oh well. So the movie we're talking about is The Core, and it came out in 2003. American sci-fi disaster comedy film. It is funny in some places. They didn't classify it as that. I did. Okay, so basically what it is a government entity, evil government entity, fired this sonic device, underground weapon at the core and stopped it. They have a code name for it, I forgot. So they run through the whole movie trying to figure out, they run through explaining how the earth works and how all the core works, and secret project. I was trying to figure out who it is, but they're not, I didn't write it down. Anyway, so what's going on is they bring all the top scientists in the world because a bunch of people dropped dead after they started having magnetic fluctuations on the Earth. And atmosphere falling away because the magnetic system is breaking down. Turns out the magnetic field is just getting smaller and smaller and weaker as the days go on. They figure they have, what was it, a year, maybe two, before everything just floats away. There's no atmosphere, no gravity, if they didn't fix it. So they gave themselves a deadline to fix it. And then after all the explaining how the planet works and getting all the congressional approval to do this and telling all the governments around the world, keep it secret. They get themselves a hacker, world famous hacker, to hack the planet and keep all the information out. Kind of sounds like the government, don't it? Even if they screwed up, they want to keep all their secrets to themselves. Okay, so they do all that, and then they go to another scientist working out in the Nevada desert that built this machine that evaporates rock, I guess you want to say it, with a laser type of thing, like you would a kidney stone. Then they adapt that project, and then the guy has a plan to build a ship, which would take him about 100 years at the current finance rate that he has. And so they end up financing to build a ship, and they get it done in 6 months to a year, real quick. The ship itself has 5 stages to it, so if one gets damaged, it kicks it off, which is critical in the film because they launch the thing at sea where they have the thinnest crust, so they use the laser device I just talked about to break through the crust, and they they go through the Earth's crust with this worm ship thing. It crawls through the hole all the way down to the core, and the only thing it can't go through is diamonds. So they got great big diamonds in this thing, and it doesn't know what to do about free space because it doesn't fly. So they talk about that. It's interesting how that twist comes in. They have to get outside and move a diamond or a crystal from the what they call the impeller. So they do that, and they end up getting back on their way with losing one person. I'm not going to tell you who the person is, too, because it's critical to the movie, which is kind of fun. But it's really a good movie. It's really interesting. They got lots of twists and turns, and it's all about people on this ship all the way through, or worm, machine, whatever you want to call it, tunneler. So they end up making it to the core after going through all kinds of problems, losing a cabin, losing a guy in a cabin, trying to save the planet, or just 2 people, whichever way you want to look at it through the story's eyes. Then they end up going to the end of the core and realize they don't have enough explosives to get it restarted because it's thinner than what they thought it was, which is really interesting. Comes some pretty good scientific facts, or suppositions anyway, on how that works. I think this movie review is the last one until after I eat. So anyway, they end up getting to the core. They work out how to get the sections to deploy with a flip of a switch instead of just when they're destroyed. So they end up putting the bombs in there, then they end up using the ship's power to destroy the last ship, and then they end up on the bottom without power. Then they end up having to find a way back to the top, which is a good twist. And when they make it back to the top, it's at the bottom of the sea. They got to be found. So they talk to whales, and it's a pretty good movie. They find them with a bunch of naval ships, and everybody lives happily ever after. So this was Paramount Pictures, 135 minutes. They spent $85 million on this, and at the box office they did $74.1 million. So they spent more than the movie made, which is kind of sucks. Anyway, so I want to say thanks for watching. If you made it this far, go ahead and subscribe, because obviously you like what I'm doing. So I'm going to pop out, go make some lunch, and we'll see you tomorrow or next week, whichever the case may be. See you later. Bye.